We're going to show you the top 7 reasons why I decided to move my family from Maui to Albuquerque to Durango, and we're getting after it right now. What's up, guys? This is Jon Burden over at Woosau Properties here in Durango, Colorado. This is your first time to this channel. You want to know everything about what it's like to work, live, sleep, eat, play here in Durango? Make sure to click that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Now, guys, we're getting calls, texts, emails from people wanting to move to Durango every single day, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving here to Durango, make sure to give us a call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. We've got your back when it comes to moving here to Durango. Now, guys, the first thing on my list of the reasons why I decided to move my family here to Durango is the outdoors and the sports here. Now, you're probably already aware that if you're even thinking about Durango, that it's a mountain town mecca. It is incredible. The first thing that we were really intrigued by, and actually the reason why we ended up buying a home here, was kind of the mountain biking. So we were in Albuquerque, wanted to go on a mountain biking trip. I just bought my wife a new mountain bike. We were going through Moab, and my parents did actually live here, and still do. And so we were going through Moab, did an awesome trip there, and then came through here. We're doing 2 rides a day, having a blast. We went up towards Purgatory, drove back. On the way back here, we ended up looking at a home and just absolutely fell in love with it. Had incredible views. These mountains behind us, like as you can see, this just stunning views, right?
I got the point. You get the point, huh?
But we were just in love with it before we ever looked at a house because of the awesome mountain biking here. There's so many different trails from in town. It's pretty cool because we were staying at a hotel in town, and from there we just biked from the hotel up the road, and boom, we were right on the trail. We couldn't believe it. Like in Albuquerque, we do have some awesome biking. Like from where I lived, I could mountain bike in the foothills of Albuquerque. But this is just another world as far as mountain biking goes. There's so many different mountain biking parks, if you will, different separate trail systems from right in town. And then there's so many connected to a lot of the housing subdivisions. And so that's the first reason we really fell in love with it, is my wife loves mountain biking and hiking. And all these trails are just so cool and really well built and really well done. And then, of course, as you get further north, you've got so many different trails, from the Hermosa Creek Trail. You could be biking on that for 5+ hours. It connects to other trails. You're seeing so much nature and wildlife, from deer to eagles to hawks. Even saw a bear the other day. A bear. Like, you see so much different wildlife while you're biking. So the next one on my list, and I'll actually expound on that a little bit more. I'm a distance runner. And so I just love the trails here, as well as just there's a lot of awesome dirt roads that are just these nice rolling, flowy hills. They're just quiet, have incredible views around them. Feel free to let me know if you are a distance runner as well. Throw it in the comments below. And I'd love to show you some awesome roads, some awesome trails out here too. And so that's another big reason I really love it. Not to mention the elevation benefits you get as an endurance athlete, going down to elevation, racing down there. Then there's some awesome lakes here: Lake Nighthorse, Lemon Reservoir, Vallecito Lake, Twilight Lake, Haviland. There's just so many different diverse lakes. The road that I'm standing on right now is Missionary Ridge Road. If you keep following this up the road for about an hour, it's a little bit of a drive, but there's a lake up there called Lake Henderson. It's so gorgeous, picturesque. The views up there are really cool. And we just love all of the different types of lakes, the different fishing. There's so much fishing, from the Animas River in town to the Dolores out of town, to some creeks like the Pine Creek or the Pine River that's running away from Vallecito. It's located by Vallecito. lake. There's so much different fishing, biking, and there's so much other stuff besides that, of course. Paddleboarding down the river. There's just so much outdoor activities. And so that was, of course, the first big one for us, as it probably is for you, why you might be considering Durango. That's the first huge one, of course. The next one is fly fishing.
Fishing.
Now, of course, this is related to outdoor activities. And I did just kind of mention fishing with the ponds and lakes. Give you another kind of tip that you might not be aware of is a lot of housing communities have access to private fishing. From Falls Creek Ranch, they have a big pond or big lake really in their subdivision that allows fishing. There's the ranch that has 25, 26 ponds, where 15 of them are stocked. There's Lake Purgatory, that's the subdivision that's up by Purgatory. They have a gorgeous pond or lake that's going right through their subdivision, and there's many more. There's a lot of homes that are right on the Animas River. There's homes that have Florida River access as well, like Edgemont Ranch, Edgemont Highlands. They have private access. There's some amazing home subdivisions that just have great fishing access. And then if you've got some acreage down south or north of Durango, you could have potentially private water right there as well. The next one is the weather.
Rick Tamlin weather.
The weather here is amazing, and although we used to live in Maui, and so the difference here for the weather compared to Maui is, of course, we're not getting those summer or those winters like Maui gets, where it's just summer year round, 75 to 85 degrees year round. However, the summers here are really mild. We're hitting maybe the 90s sometimes, but it barely hits the 90s. A lot of homes don't even have AC because it doesn't get that hot here. And so the next one on my list is the proximity to different places. So we really love to travel. You are really close to Telluride, Ouray, Boulder, Moab, Flagstaff. Boulder, Moab, Flagstaff, all those three, roughly 5 to 6 hours away. So not too far. Like, I like to travel to Boulder to race, in like cross-country races and running 5Ks, where a lot more competition there. Granted, there's still plenty of competition here. We've got a lot of athletes that live here, and there's a lot of pro bikers, pro athletes that live here too. Telluride in Ouray, Telluride's about 2 hours away. Ouray's about an hour and a half away, or about an hour and a half, I should say, and depending on how fast you drive. But those are so close, and I love Ouray. There's so many cool things to do in Ouray. From the Via Ferrata, gotta look that up if you're not sure about the Via Ferrata. That's super cool. Just about anybody can do it. And then they've got ice climbing. Then my next one on the list is going to be the incredible scenery. So as you can see behind me, I wanted to do this video so that you could see this awesome backdrop here. But this is the Animas Valley. And so you've got the river running right through it. That's why it's so green in here. You've got these red cliffs behind me, and they're just kind of layered into each other. And so on the other side of this ridge, I always want to mention this when I'm trying to show people, teach you guys about the area. The other side of this ridge is Falls Creek Ranch. That's a really cool subdivision that's on the other side of this ridge. It's kind of south of us a little bit. But anyway, you've got some awesome, really cool subdivisions in here. And a lot of these subdivisions really, as you could imagine, grab these incredible views. So where we're at right now is Missionary Ridge, where I'm standing. And then across from us, you've got these cool red cliffs. And there's some great hiking in here, great hiking where we're at right now as well, kind of paralleling me. There's a couple different trails like Stevens Creek, and a few other trails that take you up into these mountains. And so I just want to do a little bit of a tangent, but I just want to touch on some of those trails, some of those views that you're grabbing in here, while I'm talking about just the incredible scenery. And so to elaborate on that a little bit, we've got the river trail, the Animas River Trail, about 7.6 mile trail going through the through the town, and they've just got awesome scenery along that trail. Just the other day, we saw a bald eagle flying overhead. We saw another hawk just sitting in a tree. We saw some deer walking by, and that's like an everyday occurrence. That's not like, as long as you're really kind of paying attention, you will definitely see some awesome nature. Now we're getting calls, texts, emails from people wanting to move here to Durango every single day, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving here to Durango, make sure to give us a call, text, email, days and nights, weekends. We've got your back when it comes to moving to Durango.